South Africa, we know two retirement schemes. One is life rights and one is full ownership sectional title.
Right.
Let's just talk about life rights. What does that mean?
Life rights itself, to sum it up in a nutshell, when you buy into a life right retirement estate, essentially you're buying the right to live there. You're not necessarily buying the unit or the piece of land or the property itself. And when you do move on or move out or pass away, or your requirements maybe change or your life circumstances change, the developer buys back the unit basically from you.
The second option of a retirement scheme is full ownership sectional title. What does that mean?
Basically that no matter which age you are, you can buy a sectional title property. You know, if you're over 21, you can buy a sectional title property as an investment and you can rent it out, etc. So whether you buy in a normal estate, in a complex, or in a retirement estate like ours, where it's sectional title, you can be of any age to acquire a unit here. Obviously with our retirement villages, it's an over 50 village, you know, that's what makes it also a retirement estate. And for that matter, if you or I buy a unit here at sectional title investment, then I place a tenant over 50 in my unit, and that's the nice thing about it, you know, it's something that I secure already at a younger age for my retirement. I have a tenant and a person over 50 that is looking for retirement accommodation that doesn't necessarily have the funds to purchase, but they can rent at the moment, and they can enjoy my property for as long as needed until I'm ready one day, you know, to move in myself. But essentially it's open to anybody for a purchasing point of view on sectional title, yes.
Now we're here at Country Life Retirement Village in Benoni.
Yes.
Shall we go have a look at what it's got to offer?
With pleasure. Thanks.
Go for it. Great. Now, Charles, we're here at Country Life Retirement Village. Tell me about the benefits and the features here at this retirement estate.
We do an entire lifestyle centre facility along with a frail care facility from phase one when the first people start moving in. We've got a beautiful dining room area, a restaurant area that we like to call it. You've got a bit of a lounge facility, typically like where we are now. You've got the reception area where they take care of all your daily inquiries and necessities every day. You've got a library facility over here, you've got a nice tea garden over here, you've got a convenience store where you can buy the everyday type of thing. And then you've got a nice big community hall where they do church services, functions, activities, line dancing, yoga, whatever they like to do on a social committee side, they can do in the lifestyle centre and in the community hall. And then of course for the ladies more specifically, you've got a lovely hair and beauty salon section.
Now, I just want to come back to your frail care facility. What does that entail? Because that's obviously very important for a lot of people when they consider retirement accommodation.
It's a 24-hour frail care facility, which means that you've got an on-call nurse 24 hours a day. You've got caregivers, care facilitators inside the frail care facility. And as part of the estate, on what we offer is a panic and emergency button assistance as well, which is basically provided from the frail care side and the security side. So when you do press for an emergency, both of those can, the frail care and the security can come out and assist you.
Let's talk about buying into a retirement village. Do you have to have cash? Can you get a bond at the age of 60 or 65? Where do you get the money?
There's a few ways that you can secure this property. So yes, it's the very popular one using the bank's money where you acquire a bond. But obviously because of the bank that says 65 is retirement age, they see that as a cut-off age, they tend not to look at you from 65 onwards considering you for a bond. But we have found it in the past that obviously depending on the client's portfolio, on the client's financial situation, you know, if you are 60 and you've got a good portfolio, the bank is still willing to give you a bond, but it would not necessarily be over 20 years. You know, they would reduce the bond maybe to 5 years or 10 years, all depends on the client's financial situation. But yes, it is still possible. And that's why a lot of clients prefer to buy in a retirement estate already at a much younger age, where they can still acquire a proper bond, have that bond paid off by the time that they move into the retirement estate, and essentially the property is paid off, The other way is basically...
So your investment literally becomes your retirement.
That's right, literally, yes. And your alternative ways then from that would be basically cash or a cession on an investment policy that you've got. So let's talk about the cession. The cession is essentially if you've got money somewhere in an investment portfolio, like an investment policy that you have with maybe Old Mutual or any of those financial institutions where it's matured to a certain amount and it pays out at a certain age or whatever the case might be. Then they can give us a cession against that, which serves as security enough to buy into a retirement estate like this.
So, and the last option would be to sell your current family home where you're staying in now and buy your retirement unit cash.
That's correct, yeah.
Charles, you're also busy with a brand new development called Celebration Retirement Estate,
Yes.
north of Johannesburg.
That's right.
Shall we go have a look at that one?
Love to show you that, yes.
Great. We're here at Celebration Retirement Estate in 4 West Johannesburg, and I can see they're still busy with development. What can people expect when this development is done?
Celebration Retirement Estate is going to offer exactly the same concept with the retirement facilities that we've got there, with the lounge, the dining room, the hair and beauty salon, and all the facilities that we typically saw at Country Life Retirement Village as well. In addition, we're bringing in here a nice games room as well, and an indoor heated swimming pool section for those who like to spend time in the summer and winter in the swimming pool, and of course our 30-bed frail care facility that will be on site as well, operational from phase 1 when the first people start moving in August, and offering the same service to the comfort of the units and the apartments, yes.
Celebration is the first retirement estate in Gauteng that's been registered for EDGE. What does that mean?
So basically what EDGE certification means that we as the developer need to comply with a lot of green elements. So we need to comply with energy saving elements, electricity saving elements, as well as water saving elements. So this goes as far as from the building material that we develop the house and we build the house with, all the way to the energy saving elements like the PV solar systems, the LED lighting, right through the insulation in the roof that helps with heat absorption and so forth, making sure that your units are nice and cool in the summer and warm in the winter, as well as then to the water saving elements where we include aerated shower heads and taps and dual flush toilet systems. All those type of elements that we bring in gives us an EDGE compliance certification to every unit and every apartment. That means that there's a saving to the end user at the end of the day with regards to his bill. And we're just basically doing our part with the green elements nowadays.
What advice do you have for people who are now at a stage in their life where they need to start planning for retirement accommodation?
It is very important to do your research. Make sure that you back the right developer, that you back the right jockey with regards to who is developing your property that you're going to be moving into. What type of facilities do they have available? Are those facilities actually going to be built, or is it an empty promise that is promised but never materializes? Those are the important things, and I think from our experience over the past 10 years, and this being our 12th development, we've delivered more than 5,000 retirement properties over the past 10 years, and none of them was something promised and never delivered.
Charles, thank you very much. Lovely chatting.
Thank you very much.